2012 was a year like no other in the standardbred sport and on post time. We laughed in the face of Hurricane Sandy. The show must go on, and we fell in love over and over with our talented and versatile standardbreds. We saw 3 generations of Davises win with one horse, Dr. Rich. There was so much information, even via our record player. You never knew what you were going to learn when you clicked on post time. There are more chickens that live in Delaware than people. Pretty interesting, right?
That's very interesting. I would have never guessed that one.
Seriously, though, we had some great educational features on our Harness Racing 101 segment. From the basics to the interesting, to the downright inspirational, to the bizarre. Doesn't everyone need to know how to dress their horse like a poodle for Halloween? Everybody loved jumping in the post-time time machine. We turned the hands of the clock back and remembered some of the sport's top performances, both local and on the national level. But really, who could ever forget those races? Or the four-legged legends? Post Time even had a show dedicated to our famous Delaware divas. These racy ladies have been proving for years that our gals are first rate and not just in the first state. While we're on the subject of the past, Jeff Clark and I had a little talk about retro fashion.
But what about the hat? Now that is some kind of dude hat right now.
I don't think we got it either.
Oh, bummer, because I was going to borrow it.
I don't think you want that hat.
I'm pretty sure I want to wear that hat. Speaking of hats, horseman Elmer Wilson wore a party topper. He has a lot to celebrate. He just turned 90 this year and is still going to the barn every day. So did you do anything special for your birthday except just party hard?
That's all.
Elmer could probably write a book, but he'd have some competition. This year we had 3 authors who scribed publications that any horse lover or bookworm would want to get their hands on. And we went goo goo gaga over a local Maryland favorite, taking the national scene by surprise.
Goo goo gaga! Violate! In 150 and 4! That's not even possible!
We also saw Dave Palone become the winningest driver in history with 15,181 victories in his amazing career. We congratulated Linda Toscano for being the first woman ever to win the Hambletonian. Linda brought one of her standouts, Heston Blue Chip, to Dover Downs and grabbed the track record with a 148 performance.
You've had an okay year. I mean, it's been all right, I guess, right?
Speaking of track records, Harrington's got rewritten too. Betterthancheddar became the fastest horse ever to race over the half-mile oval with a 1:49 and 2 mile. Harrington was also the setting for the Delaware Horse Expo, where we saw everything from a trick roper to a trick horse. Truman, do you love me?
Oh, good boy.
Truman stole my heart, but so did the white colt, who was born this past year. White standardbreds are so rare, you could go a lifetime and never see one. And who didn't love the story of the Korean war hero, Sergeant Reckless, who saved countless lives during battles? Talk about heroism. Thanks to Janet Davis and her quest to give every child Christmas presents, the Delaware Standardbred Owners Association became the Community Partner of the Year in the Capital School District. We also traveled the track with Bobby Kinsey, as he had a walkathon and fundraiser at Dover Downs to harness a cure for cancer. While we're on the subject of heroes, we saw Tony Morgan not only score his 14,000th career victory this year, but we showed you a video of Tony grabbing a loose horse after an accident at Yonkers Raceway.
My hero.
We need a Superman like Morgan around, because what if there really is a zombie apocalypse?
They're coming. Don't believe the hype. They're coming.
That's right.
Let me take this mask off. Okay, that's better. What's scarier than that? How about my singing?
Welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out somewhere over rainbow.
Speaking of music, Harrington Raceway hosted the Battle of the Morning Disc Jockeys. Norm Short put together this fun and sassy event.
So we're all ready to go. We've been feeding the horse beefaroni all day, so he's going to be nice and light, and we're ready to go. We're winning.
One person who could give those DJs a run for their money is Secretary of Agriculture Ed Kies. He's a natural. He came out to horse owner Rick Ashley's farm, Caspian Acres, with Governor Jack Markell, and they talked horse racing and agriculture with trainer Joe Hunderfunt Jr. and the horse racing community. Governor Markell also made an appearance at the Delaware State Fair to celebrate a huge night in first state action.
It is date night here at the Delaware State Fair, right? Governor Markell brought his bride out with him.
And why wouldn't Governor Markell want to hang out with me on post time? We have a lot of fun here.
So you own Marong, okay, with your wife and your in-laws. All right, so how is that going for you?
Well, we normally have Thanksgiving over there at the in-laws, and so far as of this point, I think I'm still invited.
What is your secret?
Nah, there's no secret. That's just, I always like exercise and careful of what I'm eating.
Were the dinosaurs extinct yet or no?
Yeah.
Oh, they were? Oh, the year. What about, do you want to give that out?
I don't know the year. I can't think that quick.
As a race down the backside, Bambi has the lead. Here comes Rudolph on the outside.
Now be honest, if you were there that night, would you have gone out and gotten like your shotgun and killed one of those deer?
No, it would have been illegal to do that at night. But I did get hungry watching the video.
There were some great moments this past season, but the most talked about, without a doubt, was the Polar Mare Plunge, a charity event for horseman Kenny Wood to help bring fresh water wells to Africa. The Polar Mare Plunge featured me and Susan Skinner jumping into a freezing cold horse pond.
Well, that's a lot of sunblock. Okay, well, I feel protected.
I was told to take shortening and put it all over my body. 2, 3.
Thank you. Oh, you're so welcome.
Oh, man.
We love you, Kenny Wood.
Yes, we love you so much, Kenny Wood.
What a great day. What a great year. It's nice to know that wherever I approach them, the racing community is always willing to help promote the sport. And they seem to be having as much fun as I am.
What are you going to do
I'm going to Disneyland.
Oh, this is getting a little embarrassing.
Yes, it is. This is a very fun evening.
In 2012, there was definitely plenty to cheer about. Thanks for another post-time tabulous season.